Okay, in this segment, we're going to talk about coordinating conjunctions. And I like to say that these coordinating conjunctions are the superhero words of the English language. Well, why do they have all of the power? Because they're the only words that can connect words, phrases, and clauses. And you need to commit them to memory. But it's easy to do. These are the fanboy words. So fanboys, these are the fanboy words. They're the super cool power words of the English language. And it's for, and, nor, but, or yet. These are coordinating conjunctions. So why are they so important and what do they do? Well, let's put them in some sentences. Okay. You need to memorize all of these fanboy words because the fanboy words lead to my students' most missed comma error. The #1 comma error comes from not understanding fanboy words and how they work. So let's analyze, let's look at this. Fanboy words connect words, phrases, and clauses. So when you see a fanboy word in a sentence, you want to ask yourself, is it connecting words, phrases, or clauses? And if it's connecting words or phrases, no comma. If it's connecting clauses, yes, comma. In fact, we have a rule that says if you have a fanboy word or a coordinating conjunction connecting two clauses, you must have a comma, with one minor exception. So let's look at our sentences and start to pinpoint what types of connections our fanboy power words are making. So I come to the sentence and I go, oh, I have, this is a little superhero. Okay, that's my superhero cape for the superhero word. I've got a fanboy and it's a coordinating conjunction. Well, what's it connecting? It's connecting two words. So do I put in a comma? I will buy apples, comma? No, because fanboy words, when they connect words, don't use a comma. Now let's change this, and I'm going to make my fanboy word connect two phrases. Oh, I'm out. Okay, now here's where we start to get confused sometimes around comma use. So in this case, again, I see a fanboy word, and because they're powerful, I have to pay attention to them. I'm going to circle my fanboy word and figure out what it's connecting. Well, in this case, my fanboy word is connecting two phrases, two verb phrases. I will buy bananas, or buy apples, and buy bananas. No comma. I don't put a comma in when the fanboy word is connecting two phrases. No comma. Not now, not ever. Now, I'm going to give you just a little aside, and that is when I'm talking about items in a series, then I'm going to put in a comma. So if I have a fanboy or an and coordinating 3 or more items, 3 or more phrases, then I will use commas with it. But when I'm talking about just combining two things, no comma, meaning two phrases or two words, no comma. So now I'm going to change this and let this powerful fanboy word connect to clauses, which we know clauses are sentences. So let's show you. Okay, so now I have a sentence and I've circled my fanboy word, my superpower word, and I look at what it's connecting. Well, the fanboy word is actually connecting two independent clauses. I will buy apples and I will buy bananas. Fanboy words, again, they are the only words in any of the English language that can connect two sentences together. Subordinating conjunctions don't, Other words don't. Only fanboys can connect together two clauses of equal strength, or in other words, two sentences. Now, let me review the comma rule for when we have two sentences. Remember, I told you that we must use a comma when we're connecting two sentences with a fanboy. So you might say, okay, we need to go in and put in our comma right here. And in fact, when I put that comma in, I will buy apples, comma, and I will buy bananas, the sentence now is grammatically correct. I have correctly used this comma. However, remember I said there's one little exception around comma use for a fanboy, and this sentence gives us that exception. When my first sentence has 5 or fewer words, I may choose to omit the comma. So in other words, the sentence as is written right now with the comma preceding the coordinating conjunction is correct. However, because the first sentence has only 4 words in it, I can omit the comma, and in this case, the sentence is still punctuated correctly. Now, if I change this first sentence or first clause in my whole sentence so that it has more than 5 words, then it's a requirement that it have a comma before that fanboy. I will buy some red apples and I will buy bananas. So I've got my subject and I've got my verb, but I now have 6 words, and therefore I must put in a comma before that fanboy. So again, the rule is fanboy words, coordinating conjunctions, are the most powerful words in the English language because they can connect both words, phrases, and independent clauses or sentences. And when I use a fanboy word to connect words, 2 words, no comma. When I use a fanboy word to connect 2 phrases, no comma. When I use a fanboy word to connect 2 sentences, if the first sentence has more than 5 words, I must put in a comma there or it's punctuated incorrectly. 5 or fewer words in the first sentence, and that comma is optional.